Hello everyone, in today's video, this is going to be our last Zero to Ace. We're going to be using our systems to basically do a little bit of wild weaseling. Now this is going to be pretty helpful for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I notice right away we're picking up a search radar, so flip on air to ground mode. I'm going to go ahead and pop on the power. I've got a couple harms and a couple CBUs, which is the classic kind of DEED setup here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the harms to kill the radar, and then we're going to swing around and go ahead and use our regular weapons to go ahead and finish off the SAM site. Unfortunately for us, this thing's a little bit tricky. And the reason for that is the fact that when we're doing this is we're going to run into a situation where we're going to be engaged in order to identify where the target is before we go ahead and try to hit it directly. So I notice, there's the search radar right there. Go ahead and lock onto it. There we go. And now we can see exactly where on the ground that particular target would be, because we can point our weapons so that we're completely centered on it. Now the trick here is if you kill the search radar, the only thing you've really killed is the fact its ability to pick you up at long distances. Alright, we know the SAM is somewhere there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the search radar first. Then we're going to go ahead and keep an eye out for the SAM too as well. And there is our missile launch. Can't do anything, of course, until we actually get a launch on the weapon itself. And you can see the missile. You can see it starting to spiral up towards us. And we are not picking that up at all, which is kind of a problem. There's the SA2. Go to search. I'm going to go ahead and flip this off. Back to the HAS page. I know you're sitting there going, this is a very laissez-faire flying here, but don't worry about it too much. Weapon away. And now we're going to go ahead and pull the corkscrew. Weapon comes away. There's the missile. We're going to go ahead and pop a little bit. We're just going to build up a lot of energy, and we're just going to waste all of the energy of that weapon as it comes flying in towards us. And we're just going to go ahead and pull it just like that, and the weapon just sailed right over us. Here comes the next one. Again, all we're doing is wasting all the energy. You can see it doing little corkscrews with us. Remember, our motor's still running. Their motor is not. And that got both the missiles. The missile's going to go right by us. So they're going to fire again. And again, we're just going to pull these wide corkscrews and just suck the energy out of that weapon. Because we're starting to lose energy ourselves, so we've got to keep that in mind as well. Alright, just hold it in just like that. And that's it. The system is destroyed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to CBU mode, CCIP. I can see beautifully on the ground where they fired. And we're just going to go ahead and speed up a little bit. And we're just going to come right down on it and ruin these guys' days here. Zoom in a bit. There's the pattern. Looks like it's going to be right in there. Looks pretty good. We have plenty of time to engage, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. Lift the nose up just a little bit. Looks pretty good. CCRP. Switch to this mode. We're going to go ahead and swing that sucker around. Unfortunately, it's automatically grabbed us. We'll go to snowplow mode so we can see out the front windshield. There we go. No, we'll go CCIP. We got plenty of time. And I can see the group of SAMs. And we can see exactly where those two guys got hit. And we'll aim right at the middle of them. We'll go ahead and do one pair. And it looks like a pretty good cluster right there. We'll come to the right just a little bit. Watch out, by the way, for the short-range stuff when you're doing operations like this, because there's a really, really good probability that they're going to have something else to protect, usually a AAA or something like this. But for this particular case, this is just kind of a revenge anyway. See a couple launchers right there. That looks like my preferred target.
Altitude.
And off our CBUs go. Let's get out of here. You can see them dropping their nastiness all over the ground. One of the things that I do recommend is when you're doing this F-16, don't go ripping an afterburner out of a target like that, because you're going to get a lot of SAM 7s all up, pretty much up your tailpipe every time. But again, it's whatever energy that you have left. So now we got all these little teeny tiny things. I'm making their way down to the ground. Go ahead and take a look at what we've done so far. And in a minute, you're going to see speckle, 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 speckle. And boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Not completely satisfied, but that SAM site is obviously, never mind. I don't even think I need to get the guns out for that one. So as you can see, that was a basic technique. Obviously, if you're going against something like an SA-10, it's going to be much, much, much more difficult to do. You're going to have to use terrain to basically protect you until you're, and they're all gone, until you're able to basically get into a position where you can engage it directly. Another really, really effective technique is to use a JSOW to basically destroy the site, after you've identified where it's launched from. But again, work whatever you do. Other than that, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the series. It was kind of fun to make. Like I said, the F-16 is a wonderful multi-role aircraft. We could have gone in a lot more detail with a lot of things, but I was trying to keep it simple. Enjoy.